gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is that time again. We welcome you to the Daily HeatChecc podcast, episode 12. Is this 12? I hope it's 12. And we have our special co-host for today, DJ Priority. Please talk to the people.
Talk this sports. So.
All right. Now this is sports, but you know, Priority spoke his words. Mac Amazing, he's in the building with us, and King Jones, you are here. Glad to have you aboard. Everyone say what's up. All right, cool.
Yes,
now,
sir. What's going on, people?
That's amazing. I'm glad everyone's here live and kicking. Now, the first topic on the board, I'm going to be very honest with you. This is a good one for me. Jahlil Okafor is on the trading block to the Nets.
Yeah, that's right there.
Yes, to the Nets.
That's a good move for the Nets. I'll be honest with you. And because Jahlil wasn't getting no playing time. He lost his playing time to Joel Embiid. So he's going to get more playing time now in the Nets. We can actually see if he's going to be a good player or not. We really couldn't see it in Philly.
But he was there for 1 year, right?
Yeah, about
he was there
for Embiid.
For a year and it was a year before Embiid,
yeah.
But he got hurt, and then when he came back,
no, he
off
came
of
a year
injury,
after Embiid because Embiid was there. They drafted him hurt. That's the part people forgot.
They did.
He didn't play
hurt.
his first 2.5.
Yeah.
It's the fact that he came back off injury, excelled at the rate that he did, and he just became an afterthought. And that's why we're like, how long he's been? He's only been there like a year.
That's what I thought. He'd been there.
Okay.
But see, the thing is, but now if we talking sports, I'm about to go in. I'm about to dig in y'all ass right now. Pause. It's the fact that Jahlil Okafor is a dying breed of big man. There's no need for him in the NBA right now. He's slow. He's awkward. He's not really like let's really talk about it. And he's a young man. That's what makes it even crazy. He's 7 foot and he looks so sluggish up and down the court. He's almost like I forgot the center who he reminds me of, man. He reminds me of Shaq on Boston.
That's an old Shaq, bro.
Barely getting up and down the court. Barely. But that's how he looks to me now. And it's like hurt. I don't know if it's
But he
hurt.
did get hurt though. Nah, he got hurt. He got hurt.
It's kind of like if you guys seen Miles Turner on the Pacers, it's kind of like that. Miles Turner doesn't he doesn't give me that he doesn't move that fluid to me like any given move.
Are you saying that type of big man should be non-existent in the NBA right now?
I'm not going to say non-existent, but you look at some of the more polished big men in the position, and they can't even find a career right now. The Andrew Bogut's of the world, he won a championship. He was a vital part of a championship team. He's an afterthought now on the Lakers. Like Brook Lopez, he's an afterthought on the Lakers.
They all put working though. They all got years in. This dude, only 2-3 years.
No, you're absolutely.
The new era big man is done. Is that what you're saying? Like the new era, like the 23, 24-year-olds that come 7 feet that can only post up and dunk or post up into a little hook or something in the paint. Is that era done?
Yeah, they're finished. They've been
that's finished. That's been finished for the last couple years.
Wait, that's been finished, and Joel Embiid proves to that because he has the build. Well, and it's definitely harder for him to even try to shine because when you have Joel Embiid there, your same build, almost 7 foot, about he's a little bit more muscular. But the fact is that Joel Embiid is more versatile with his game. He's shooting threes. He got sky hooks. He got dream shakes. He's under the rim. He's blocking shots. He's he got putbacks. His game. He's like a full army knife out there. And you see Jahlil
He's running the floor.
Right, he's running the floor. Right.
Wait, but you see, but
he runs the floor as a big man.
But something as small as that. But now look, here's me playing devil's advocate. Joel Embiid, the same thing like I said about Kristaps Porzingis, the same thing I said about Yao Ming. These big men get us really worried because they're too big.
Hold up.
Yeah.
But Kristaps, he multifaceted. He not a real big. He a big man because of his height, but he not a real big man.
Well, wait. That's the thing though. I'm judging him strictly off his height. His skill and all that is beautiful, but when you look at his height, he's a legit 7'3". Like he's legit 7'3". Joel Embiid's a legit 7'1", 7'2". What was this other guy's name? Legit 7. Like, and they all played with injuries. That's the one thing concurrent with all these big men over 7 foot. Joel Embiid didn't play the first 2 years. Why? Because he's injured. Porzingis the last 2 years, ankle, heel, elbow. Like, you know, like as a Knicks fan, I'm looking at that because the one thing I'll say about Carmelo, the last 2 years of his freaking in New York, the draining of the knee, like we paid attention, but for the full 5 years, you wasn't hearing no elbow dings, heel ding, like, you know, probably small things, but not. The thing with Porzingis is concurrent. This is like 3 months and I'm still hearing about his heel. 3 months and I'm still hearing about his elbow.
You can't heal it in the season. You heal that in the off season, like 100%. It's always gonna hurt. He playing 82 games. Like,
no, absolutely, but you know, it's the heel injuries that get me worried. Think about Yao Ming. Yao Ming went out because of a toe. I always bring that up because, like, just think about it. I still couldn't even fathom to that point until I look at it. When you're that big, a toe will freaking take you out. You're
same thing with Shaq. Toe.
Yeah. Wait, and Shaq was a legit 7'2", 7'1". So
these
it's
300 plus, 350, 340.
Yeah, so he had a lot of weight to carry. So, you know, he put a lot of more restraints on himself. You know, that's where he should have listened to Kobe and been in the gym more.
But hey, yo, Piff, serious, bro. It doesn't matter what height you at. That's a real serious injury. That's part of your way of walking, your way of running.
Yeah, but
that's something serious, man.
But my whole focus is that when you're that big, injuries like that tend to be a lot more worrisome than someone who's probably like an average 6'4" and below. That's really it. I'm not trying to make it bigger than what it is. It's just that when you look at people that height, they all plagued with injuries. Everyone's 7 foot. Just look at them. They have some type of injury attached to them. Like legit 7 foot. And don't say Dirk. Dirk is like 6'11", man. Like,
that's damn near 7 foot.
Dirk is 7 foot. KG 7'2". He ain't have injuries early on.
Bruh, KG had foot injuries, man. Like, let's talk about it.
Early
OKC. He sat out damn near like a full 2 seasons at OKC because of foot injuries.
Yeah, he did. And he had to get surgery on his knee.
Hey, wait. KD ain't KD, bro.
No. I ain't say KD. KG.
You talking about Kevin Garnett?
Oh, KG. KG had knee injuries too.
No, KG had injuries like close to the end of his career, bro.
Career, not the whole Timberwolves, not the early Boston. He was good.
He was good for the most part, but yeah, I'll give him that. But he was like what, 7'1"? Like,
yeah,
come on.
He's over 7 foot, bro.
But but the thing is, that's with sneakers on, man. Like they're not. He's not a legit 7. Wait, that makes a difference. Wait, Kemba Walker is 6 foot.
You dancing right now,
bruh. Kemba Walker is damn sure no 6 foot. Like, let's stop it, man. It's just the simple fact of the matter is that when you look at people legit 7'3", like that's what sneakers are. Sneakers on your 7. You feel me? It just makes it even bigger. Pause. It's just that, like, that's how I'm viewing it as far as with these type of athletes. When you're that tall, it's like your injuries are gonna freaking add up, man.
So yeah, they do. They definitely do.
Should you still draft guys that big?
Should you? I say yes, because the upside in some instances could be as good as the risk, but then in most cases is that we really got to see on the longevity of their career. Like KD,
you got to see him balance it out a little bit better. That's all.
Honestly, I think KD did what's best for his career, not as far as him winning a ring, but as far as longevity playing ball. I think going to the Warriors just put like an extra 5 years on him. You know,
co-sign that?
Huh?
Co-sign that move?
The move, you know, as far as it's done now. He 2 years in, but as far as like it's saying, was it a good move for him? Yeah, because now he just got an extra 5 years playing basketball. Absolutely, probably even 7. Just think about it, like the way they share the ball, take the load off of each other. Like right now, Steph Curry is out. He could probably be out till playoff time, and they won't miss him.
But he's still putting the same numbers up. He's still putting 28, 27, and 10 or whatever.
Absolutely, but then look at if he was to go out and say Curry was in, if him and Curry was to both go out, they still won't miss him. They still got Clay, Dre. Would you feel? They still got pieces they can move around and really get interesting. So
no. nice. They're a nice squad. Like they the nicest squad overall, I think. But I'm always gonna look at KD a little sideways for that move.
No, absolutely. But so I got this one on the slate. We got Derrick Rose returning to the Cavs.
Nah, it's a wrap for him. I think he got a heel joint. Actually,
he's returning for financial stability. He's not going to be playing like that.
No, I think he really just to get re-injured. Yeah, he got a bone spur in his left ankle. It's a wrap.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he might need surgery. It's a wrap.
He does need surgery.
Wait, this recently just happened.
It happened today. He got a bone spur. Like they figured out he had a bone spur.
I'm done.
Probably why he took that time off, because he knew he was hurt and was like, damn, like it may be a wrap for me. I'm not even 30 yet. I was the greatest point guard when I came through. That shit hit you.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He got a return for financial stability.
And now it says he doesn't give a F about his $80 million Adidas con. Yo, this might really be real with him, bro. This is. And we spoke about it on the last. It's like I said. This is like, yo, Derrick Rose. They said he had a great season last year when he played for the New York Knicks, and I was like, that was a great season for him coming off of injuries. Because when we look at Derrick Rose on the Bulls, when he was explosive prior to the injuries, this was a different type of basketball he was playing. He was a different type of player. I'm sorry if I'm putting so much passion right now, but to see him come back after all this time off and to go right back out and possibly need surgery. I'm not Derrick Rose, but that's putting a toll on me. Say you're a fan of him.
We all fans of him.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. But I'm saying it like as far as like, yo, like the hardcore, like the little kids, like, yo, growing up, like I'm looking at it from that point. Like say LeBron, say like say hypothetically, we have like young children that watch basketball and their favorite player is LeBron, and he's always down and hurt. That's not a good look for basketball or the kids. You feel me? Because your favorite player is always injured. That like imagine like in Chicago, how do you rebuild that around the fan base? They were all in on him, all in. Like like
and they let him go, and then it was like,
they let him go at the right time.
They was upset. Yeah, they was upset that they let him go, but it was the right time. But like we talked about it in the last pod. It's more his health now, so you can't even get mad at him. Like you said, surgery puts strain on anybody. I went through surgeries. I thought I wasn't gonna sit here and do a whole lot of shit because of surgery. I don't have time to go through it. It's too much stress on your brain and too much rehab that you want. Like you don't want to do that. You just want to live your life, and you can't do that because you got surgery, you got rehab, you got to take this time out, you got to sit and relax. You can't do what you love. So now it's more so if his livelihood is already in jeopardy. He need to call it quits because it's just you can't afford to fuck up your life now.
Right. You got seeds, you got other shit you got to do.
You got kids you got to take care of. You got a family you got to look after. You got to worry about that rather than trying to sit here. Look, I need to come back and play ball because my fans. Either the fans are gonna understand with it and they're gonna ride with you, or the fans are just gonna be, pushovers and he's soft, he's nah. Real fans will sit there and let them know like, all right, well, it's your livelihood at stake. We seen the injuries. You tore both your ACLs. You had to get surgery for them. You came back. You had a decent season, and then now this season you was playing good, and then you hurt your ankle, and that turned into having a bone spurt. Now you got to sit here and get more surgery. So your livelihood is more important. Just take this time, do what you got to do, and call it quits on basketball if that's what you got to do.
Look, the most disappointing injury dude I've ever seen is Jason Williams.
That's wild.
Chicago, another guard.
Yeah,
he had the motorcycle accident. Like he was coming out of Duke hot, like on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Lost that shit.
I remember that shit, man. That was crazy, man. That was like early 90s.
Early? No, it was no early 90s. Was it that long? Nah, early 90s.
With the motorcycle accident? Yeah, that was
early 90s. He was after Shaq and Kobe. That was like 2000s.
Was it?
Kobe's 97, 96. Jason Williams wasn't playing when Kobe was in high school, was he?
We don't fact check. We don't fact check like that.
We talking about the white boy Jason Williams? White boy Jason Williams?
Nah. Not white chocolate.
Not white chocolate. It was like he was a starter for Duke after. See, that's after the Grant Hill era. He was there.
You might be right.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
No, you might be right. I might have my error because I'm not gonna hold you. There was a few Jason Williams across time.
Yeah, it was a couple.
And the funny shit is they all got into some shit.
Yeah.
Wait,
they all had something fuck up.
Wait, it's only funny when you go back and look at it like which one. But yeah.
Yo, what's up? KD and Boogie Cousins beef, man.
We was talking that the other day, man. I think
KD
it's more
just
KD
trying to show his wings.
Yeah,
it's KD's trying to show his wings. Like that's it. Like I'm here. He get. Matter of fact, I ain't even gonna say it. It's more so he getting accustomed to that West Coast life. Like you get a little edgy living on the West Coast. I mean, you know where you at sometimes. So
he was about. You think he was really about that life with Boogie?
Nah, Boogie was gonna slam the Boogie was gonna slam the shit out that nigga, regardless.
I put it like this: they would have never got to that. They would have never got to that point. But it's the simple fact of the matter that they even exchanged words that they even made people assume that. Now, when you think about as far as KD and all this ejections, I'm gonna be straight. It's just him just trying to. It's like coming into age, man. Like I feel like he's out there. It's just we're seeing the parts of KD that we didn't see in OKC. One, we're seeing
No. See, we've seen this, just not as much. KD has always been that babyface assassin in OKC. That's what it was. He don't have to be that now. Now he could just be the assassin that he want to be. So he's not gonna show the babyface. Oh well, I got a great city, because Oakland is a great city, but they're a grimy city. They some gritty, hard. All right, let's get in each other's face city. So now it's just more so he's going to be the assassin that he was in OKC, and he's just going to show the toughness. Like, he's still going to be a punk, but he's just trying to show the toughness because of the city that he's in now. OKC is a soft city, man.
On my Facebook the other day, I was saying KD trying to be like Hollywood Hogan now.
Yeah.
He's good. Now he's trying to turn up. We're all black. Like, what's up with that?
Listen, man, that's because that's what it was. Like the city, he feel like the city that he helped put on the map, traded on him. He ain't got no reason else to sit here and be Mr. Nice Guy no more. Fuck it, I'm gonna just sit here and I'm gonna be who I truly am. Like
I feel like a lot of that is in there too. Like him just wanting to be him, no more Mr. Nice Guy. But for the most part, I just feel like it's just KD just trying to come into age. Like it ain't no more little kid. You feel me? Like I'm not mad at it, but for the most part, I don't think it's anything more than that. I don't think he meant that. It's
no more babyface. That's all. Me? No more babyface.
But the one that I do want to touch on right now is my man Lavar Ball. He on a motherfucking roll right now, man, and I'm loving every second of it. I can't lie to you one bit. Because it gets because it gets wilder every moment. It's like it's one thing. It's like, hey, LeVar Ball took his son out of school. Cool. LeVar Ball took his other son who's in high school. LeVar Ball takes his youngest son out of high school. Okay, he's getting homeschooled. Then his son, who gets the thing in China, comes back. He takes him out of college. All right, cool. Then his youngest son uncommits from UCLA from college. Okay, cool. Now he's thinking about sending them both overseas to play to further their career. I'm like, didn't one of them just get into some shit overseas? All right. And, like, not to go redundant with it, but I don't know where he's planning to go overseas because China is the biggest basketball market overseas. Unless he's trying to put his kids in the Middle East. Good luck with that.
Unless he's trying to take them to Barcelona.
They're all right.
Barcelona, yeah. FC Barcelona is actually a good basketball team. They come in third, second.
It's not about the team. It's about the league. You feel me?
Yeah, the league itself.
Your team is good, but if the league is trash, like some of these basketball leagues cross overseas can't even compete with the G League. Sorry.
No.
Some of them really can't. And that's when you see that, it's like it's sad. But it's just because of the level of competition. They don't have the average size of players. They don't run certain offenses. They're not built the way. And then another thing, they just play the game different. So a lot of that comes into factor. So as far as when you come look at it like that, I don't know how LeVar Ball is going to pull this off. What y'all think about? Let's start it from there. Taking LiAngelo out of school, putting LaMelo, taking Leandro, the youngest one to uncommit, and possibly going overseas. Where overseas do you even see them going? Because China's out the picture.
Well, I mean,
they might have to go to the
matter like.
I think they're going to the Spanish league, Espanol.
It's so many different overseas. But first of all, the high school kid, the college kid that dropped out of UCLA,
his father withdrew.
They all need work. Yeah, but they withdrew because they was going to punish them again, and his father felt like I'm the one who punished him. Like UCLA don't have to do nothing. I already put that work in or whatever he did.
I agree with LeVar too. I agree with him
but they both need work. Like he wasn't gonna be no top. He wasn't be no first rounder, second rounder. You know what I mean? As is to this day, unless he put major work in the 64. But other than that, they just right now he just regular ball heads. They not like the older brother. You know what I mean? They need work.
I'm sorry, the older brother is actually like the most trash out of them all.
He sucks. Lonzo Ball. We can't even say he's trash. It's just his development didn't transition yet. Like he's a good ball player. At UCLA, he was great.
No, go in.
At UCLA, he was great. He was doing some good things. Granted, he ain't take him to the Final Four. He ain't take him to the chip, but he was doing good things at UCLA. Like he showed his great potential. He got potential. He definitely do. But he gotta get into his own. And he's not gonna get into his own because he don't want to detach from his father. And that's like a downfall. It's a good thing and it's a downfall in itself. Because now you got to live your own life. You grown, my man. You got to make your own decisions. You got to sit here and actually put the work in on a team that wanna keep you. Because this team went out to draft you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And he don't have that aspect because his father's in his ear. Oh, nah, it's about big baller brand. You got to stick with us. We gonna rock this the right way. Nah, it's not that. Once he come into that, look, Dad, you got me here. I'm repping big baller brand regardless. I got you. But these are my coaches. They're going to help me finish what you started. Because what you're trying to teach me is not equivalent to the NBA. Like, what he's trying to teach his kid is not the same as the NBA training method. It's not the farming system for the NBA. Like, he's doing a good job. Yeah, but you got to understand your farming method is different from the NBA farming method.
Look.
And if you want your kids to be in the pros, you got to accept their farming methods and let them do what they do.
I say this. You make a good point, but when I bust down as far as LeVar, I agree with everything he's doing as far as taking his kids out of school, as far as the vision he has for his kids. And I'm not saying as far as looking at it from a father, as far as like say with the UCLA situation. If his son was supposed to be a one and done, and this is what now December, and he has not touched a basketball court or even allowed to be in any type of basketball affiliated programs or anything with the team or even around the team, there's no point in you being there. Excuse me. Let's really be honest. So you feel me? So the whole one and done, that's hurting his draft stock. Either way, it hurts his draft stock.
He go.
All right, that GoFundMe is about to go up again. Continue, Priority.
Nah, I just gonna say he was only gonna UCLA was gonna suspend him for like maybe a month. Then in January they was gonna bring him back.
Yeah, but then now, even if the suspension didn't even go through, let's just look at it like this. From the video clips that I've seen, and when I say he's the Lonzo's the worst as far as out of all of them, is that I actually watch these guys on YouTube and these clips, and in the gym and whatnot. All I see from Jello is that he's a dunker. He's good with the putbacks. He could drive to the lane, find an open spot, and just dunk. But when you're playing against amateurs, that's what you're supposed to do. I'm honestly, I don't really look at it anything more than that. But when I look at Melo is the guy that kind of is like standing out to me. And actually, I find and it's crazy. Until I always heard say on ESPN or everyone say that Melo, the youngest one, is the one that they're all looking at, or the one that the pros or the schools really want, because Jello just got overlooked and Lonzo, he just made it there off his good play. But I hate to agree with them. Melo he's well versatile. He has handles. He could shoot. He drives to the rack. He has a finger roll. He has a little dream shake. I don't even want to overhype him. I just feel like, wow, when I watch him play and to see if Lonzo is the standard, is the pro standard, Melo's about to come in there and kill him. I just don't know where Jello fits in, because he doesn't have a shot. He doesn't really dribble, and the shot that he have is terrible. Terrible.
Yeah, but he's supposed to, that all comes. You can't just take him how he is now. He got 4 years left.
Yeah, the thing is that when you look at that development, the development in that early process is that, even say as far as look at Kobe and KG, and they came straight out of high school into the pros, and they were ready. Granted, I don't want to say they were contributing at a high level, but they were at least participating, at least bringing their team.
He wasn't. He rode the bench the first couple of years.
Yeah, but at the same time, they still were able to contribute when they were. When they were thrown into the mix, you feel me? But then again, that bench riding does, and that veteran, that tutelage does come. That plays a major factor.
But we're speaking of two different generations, though. You gotta remember when Kobe and KG came into the league.
You just can't drop out like that and just jump
I didn't
back
drop out. I put my phone on mute. I was eating, so I had to put my phone on mute.
The GoFundMe up already early.
Yeah, man. You got
listen. We talk about two different, generations though. When Kobe and KG came in out of high school, they had Hall of Famers already on their team, so they go on the bench ride.
Right.
Nowadays, when you get drafted, and if you're a high draft pick, 9 times out of 10, you're starting out of the gate. You're gonna be a key piece right there. It's not, you're gonna sit on the bench for a year or two.
But that's what a lottery pick is, man. The term has evolved over the years, but when we look at some of these players, say a real lottery pick, like a Kyrie Irving, a Ben Simmons, a Blake Griffin, these guys are the real deal. When they play, they actually change the atmosphere of the team, the economy of the team, and and it's one thing, I'm not going to lie to you, until Blake Griffin came there, my whole life the Clippers were ass. I'm not even going to wait. When Lamar Odom was there, they were ass. I forgot who else they had was their all-star player. Damn.
Baron Davis.
Oh my goodness. No, they had someone before Baron Davis, but but point is, the Clippers always been ass. Blake Griffin and they changed the logo, they get DJ, they make some moves, they get CP3, and now they're a contender. You get what I'm saying? And it's and I see how in the lottery pick, look at Ben Simmons, look at Joel Embiid. They both came in off of injury and changed the game. Porzingis, it's just those players are supposed to do that, at least when I look at it. That's what they're investing. It was worth that season of suffering. And, and that's what I expect. Yeah. And that's what I expect on the comeback when I see these players out there and I want to see them perform. And, I don't even think that's a lot to ask for. But when you look at it as far as with the Ball brothers, I don't see any of them except maybe Melo coming out and probably putting something together.
Lonzo, I think even after this year, he'll be a better seasoned player getting his first year in. Yeah, he shot horrible. He missed free throws because he doing shit that I don't think no rookie has ever really done. Like, he's shooting like 46% from the free throw line. Like, as a point guard. Like, as a point guard. Like, I never heard a rookie point guard shoot under 70% from the free throw line. Like, he's shooting 46-something% from the free throw line.
Man. I'm gonna keep it 100. Like, we're only going in that hard, or at least the ones that are, is because of his dad, man. Like, I'm gonna keep it 100. Like, I'm not changing my stance on rookies because of Lonzo. I've been saying it for years, and I'm gonna keep saying it. Rookies, they come into the league, they don't know how to shoot. They can't shoot. I honestly feel that extra year, or probably 2-3 years in college, could benefit them under a good system, because all of them come out shooting 40%. Like it doesn't matter how good, even Ben Simmons, he can't shoot as good as he is right now, or Joel Embiid. They're all getting paint points, you know. So nothing wrong with that.
Joel Embiid ain't getting paint points. He getting 3-pointers, mid range. Like, he's doing shit. He's considered a rookie, so he's doing shit.
He's not hitting 12 to 15 footers all game. I'm sorry.
No, not all game. No, not all game. But that's what I'm
saying.
Games come in.
I'm saying, but like someone like Pau Gasol, he could eat from the 15-footer. I saw him in Chicago eat from 12 to 15 feet consecutively in games, and teams couldn't stop it. I seen him run that play back.
Doing that though. He's doing that now. Joel Embiid is doing that now. If that's what we sit here talking about, if they give him that shot, he's taking it.
He's taking it, yes, but he's not making it all the time. Oh, here you go. You're drinking the Kool-Aid,
about a veteran versus
bro.
New head. Come on, man.
Yeah. That's what he's drinking the Kool-Aid. He's drinking the Kool-Aid.
I'm not drinking no Kool-Aid.
Embiid is nice, but you talking about Gasol hitting 12 to 15? It took him years to develop that.
You get what I'm saying? Like, that didn't come
consistently.
Overnight.
Yeah,
consistently. Hell yeah.
Joel Embiid is not doing that now, even with consistent looks.
But if you put Embiid in 10 years with Gasol after Gasol played with Kobe and all these other legends, Embiid, come on. That's like saying Anthony Davis is not going to be like the next LeBron.
Yeah.
Just because he's at this point in his career. Like, you see the rock.
I don't think he will be the next LeBron, but I'll say this, though. He had the same issue when he came into the league. He couldn't shoot. Wait, as good as he is now, let's rewind with 5-6 years ago. He couldn't shoot. They was talking about his form. They're talking, bruh, it's a common thing, bruh. These rookies can't shoot. They stated they're not there long enough to shoot. And if you think about it, when they're shooting, I think they're playing on the small. The college court isn't regulated to NBA size, is it? It's still like WNBA, right?
Yeah, it's smaller.
So so they're not. So those shots is like, they're not. That's a lot of that stuff don't even really matter, man. I'm gonna be honest, like and that's why the ones that could come straight out of college and help change a team like immediately are special, because the college game is so different. I'm sorry, like even watching it, even through the dance, it's even hard for me to watch, man. Like the
that's
game
like
is
watching
just
KD. Like, KD is a special one. LeBron's special. Like, you got the special people. I get what you're saying now. You got the special guards that's coming out of college that can just ultimately, regardless, they're going to change the dynamics of the team. So, the rookies nowadays, they're not like that.
Well, this class, no one in this class is done that. Like,
wait. We can't say that, because Donovan Mitchell on the Utah Jazz has changed the Jazz. Granted, they were starting to be a good team last year, but him at that three position now, he's averaging 18 points a game, I think 6.7 rebounds, at least 3 assists, 2 steals, at least a block a game, and that's consistent. And he's putting up numbers. He put up a career high 40 points a couple games ago.
Oh no, yeah,
he just put up 31 points against Russell Westbrook and the Thunder. Like, he's doing shit that.
Wait, Melo Done.
That's the dude.
Well, we're not talking about Melo. We said Russell Westbrook and the Thunder.
But that's Russell my segue Westbrook to him being done. That's my segue to, like, because I'm gonna be straight with you as a Knicks fan, as a New York Knickerbocker.
We already knew.
I was on that Stay Mellow wave. I was on that Stay Mellow wave. He was getting that 23 and 8. You feel me? I was like, nah, he still got juice in the tank. But looking at him in OKC, he proves everything. Everything Phil Jackson said was right. I'm sorry, as a Knick fan, I'm probably one of the few that's like, yo, Phil, everything Phil was doing was correct. It was just the fact that the system wanted Melo, and then at the end, Melo wanted out. And I'm like, damn, y'all should have just kept Phil.
Melo did not want out.
Yes, he did. They got rid of Phil, and he still wanted to leave. Think about it. Phil was gone top of the summer. The whole summer he was there building. He had the chance to stay. He wanted out before training camp.
But you got to understand, Phil wasn't the coach. Phil dictated to everybody what he wanted or what he wanted the team to go. So everybody else was doing what Phil said. So
and Phil had the right plans.
If your owner of your team or your GM or whatever was saying, yo, Melo's not a good fit for this triangle. You know what I mean? He's not a pass first player. And then the coach says it. And then your trainer says it. And then such and such say it. Then it don't matter if you cut the head off. You still gonna be like, yo, I'm out. This ain't the right situation for me.
No,
you don't want to be out.
You're right, but then again, it's like when you look at it, that everything you said was what it was. But then when you look at how he left, it's like the Knicks are doing better, OKC is doing worse, and everything Phil Jackson did on his way to build that team is coming to fruition. Jeff Hornacek doesn't look like a freaking scrub right now. Like, let's really be honest. Jeff Hornacek was there coaching him last year, and they was talking about cooking him after 1 year. They're like, they're losing too many games. They're losing too many close games. Now, the same coach playing with a completely different core almost, with definitely minus Melo, and they're closing out some of these close games. They have more blowouts in their first 20 games than they had in their last 5 years.
No, I get it. But you don't count that to just learning your team, getting new players, being able to implement what you want to implement and not what somebody else want to implement?
No, I bank all that joint on Melo and Phil Jackson being right. A lot of that, and it's crazy because until I see Melo on another team, put it like this: OKC was a playoff contending team last year with just Russell Westbrook, Oladipo, Robertson, and I forgot his name. They didn't have the firepower they had now, and they were a freaking playoff team. You have Paul George and Carmelo Anthony, and this shit is not working out.
The weak link is Carmelo Anthony.
Wait, and I'm sorry. And I hate to say that it's Carmelo because Carmelo does nothing for you on defense. You feel me? And then Carmelo, his only thing is a shooter. He's a hell of a scorer, but that's his only thing.
He can't even do that now because he's shooting a terrible percentage. I think he's shooting a worse percentage since he came into the league.
But you got to understand, he has to acquiesce to freaking Russell Westbrook. It's no longer when you was on the Knicks, he had the ball. He could pull it up court, and he decided when the ball stopped. Just like Priority said, he gets the ball. He decided if it stops here or if it keeps moving. On OKC, Russell Westbrook decides that. You feel me? Melo might not touch the ball for the last 2 seconds in a possession. You get what I'm saying? Like that. Yeah. That's how it's going now. So if it's a bad shot, that's the shot you get. You got to make it.
But that should make you a better shooter. He should be shooting at a high percentage, playing with Russell Westbrook. Now,
no, what are you talking about? What basketball are you watching?
Check me. Listen to this. Because he's playing with Russell Westbrook, right? Russell Westbrook last year with nobody, no help, because everybody said they ain't had no help. With no help, got people who didn't deserve to shoot the ball. Shooting high percentages, shooting good percentages.
Man. Yeah, he did. That's how he didn't have a freaking breakout year, bro. What are you talking about?
No, he had a breakout year, but he had good games.
Robertson didn't have a breakout year.
We're talking now. Listen,
Steven Adams didn't make no All-Star game.
If you listen,
bro, I listened to exactly what you said. You're not going to come in here with this freaking OKC bias. No. If you're watching the games like we're watching the games, you're going to start talking like you got sense. You're not going to start talking some blasphemy,
If you listen to my shit, then you'll get exactly what I'm trying to say right now. Playing with Russell Westbrook, with him dictating the pace, you should shoot a high percentage because he draws most of the attention. Because Melo just shoots. He stay in one spot. The ball don't sit here and go nowhere. When he get it, it's either he shoot or he jabs. He does not go to he does not drive. He jab steps, takes his shot. He set here, he posts you up, he hits his turnaround feed. That's what Melo do. He did that in New York. The only difference is he brought the ball up and was doing that shit. Now he's not bringing the ball up, and he's doing the same thing.
First off, he's playing a different position from the rip. You get what I'm saying? Russell Westbrook is the offense. All right. Let's look at this as a realistic team.
Melo
all right.
Should be open,
let's play fantasy GM. The team offenses run through Westbrook. All right, that's the only thing. It's the only person touching the ball, bringing it up. That's the only person initiating offense once we pass the line. All right, then from there we decide what we do, and then Paul George is the number 2 option. I'm sorry,
exactly.
Paul George is more versatile. He has more tools in his box, and he's a two-way player as far as defense goes. But that's not what we're looking for on the offensive line. But he's just a better overall player. Now, when it comes to Melo, he's undersized at his position, so he might be getting a workout depending what team he's playing. Then on top of that, let's really think, he's the third option. It's not because we said he's the third option. That's how they're treating him out there. And as the third option, you need to be the third option. So if you need to get your Kyle Korver on, pull up and spot up in a corner, get your Kyle Korver on. But don't be out here freaking bringing the team down and plaguing them with your freaking stopping the ball, I need my shots BS. Bruh, no. If you need to come off the bench, you need to come off the bench. And like what Phil Jackson said, back to the original point, he's devalued him because he is devalued in his own self. We've seen the Knicks. You get what I'm saying? The one good year he had is when he had a quality point guard, Jason Kidd. And what did he do? Move the ball, help initiate the offense. They had quality players on there, veterans. And they, won 54 games? We ain't seen that yet. They got Woody fired, and now look at Jason Kidd. He's coaching the team into the playoffs. You know, like, this is what we're looking at, what we have from Carmelo. He doesn't leave. He's bringing that stigma with him everywhere, man. And like OKC, and they're struggling right now. They're going to keep struggling. I'm sorry. They got to break that joint up. And I'm not saying this, and I'm glad that we got it on wax. No, wait. And I'm glad we got it on wax before the season started, because you know how these ESPN reports, no, I've been said that. And wait, and it's funny because I heard somebody say exactly what I said freaking 2 and 3 months ago on their freaking ESPN show. We said it on here first. It's that all 3 of them are used to being stars of their own team. And that's what I said, and, you know, and when TG was here on the cast, he was like, nah, I think they could play it. No, it's different with freaking when the big 3 came together. Even though that freaking LeBron James was a different force. Dwayne Wade already won some chips, and freaking Chris Bosh, you know, he wanted out. He wanted to win. He didn't want to be in Canada no more. And you know, there's factors there. He wanted to be in Miami. He's still living in Miami. Fuck Canada. He didn't want to be, not fuck Canada. Canada's beautiful. I take that back. But the point to be said is that when you look at it, it's like, yo, Paul George could still be a star of a team right now. Russell Westbrook, he's running. That is his team. And Melo could go out and still be a star of it. Well, I don't know after this year, but you know, depending on where
even before this season, he wasn't gonna go to no other team and be a star. He wasn't, just because of what they looked at last year. Like last year you're not about to get max deal contract no matter where you go. I don't even think, even if he wouldn't have never came to the Thunder, he'd have went somewhere else and they'd have got the same probably deal that he got right now. 2 years minimum. All right, we're gonna pay you this much money. Melo. Because he's not valued like that no more.
You had to waive his trade no. You got. I'm sorry. Yeah, we got to break it down. He had to waive his no trade clause, get that 15% kicker, and they had to pay him out for the next 2 years. Now, granted, he might have said they might have worked something with the 15% kicker, so he doesn't, because that 15% kicker brings him to like 30 something million a year. So he probably waived the 15% kicker. He's probably getting his 26, but he's getting his 26 for the next 2 years. You get what I'm saying? So he didn't get he's still under contract. Now, at the end of contract, that's what makes this so important for him in OKC. That after this run in OKC, he better not get traded. I'll tell you this right now.
He's not going to get kept?
Wait, if Carmelo gets traded, like everything Phil Jackson said just proves this point even more. Because think about it. You just you refused to be in the Knicks because whatever the case is, Phil Jackson told the public what it is. You go to OKC. Now OKC trades you because they no longer want you, and they don't want to pay you because they're not going to give you a supermax. Let's really think about it. He's not even eligible for a Supermax there. But even if he was, he's not going to get it. I don't even think he's going to get anything remotely close to a max. You know?
No, he's going to get a veterans minimum or 2 year for $16 million.
He's not going to play for the veterans minimum. Carmelo's not playing.
Okay. Well, he's going to get a 2 year deal with $16 million at best. That's all he's worth.
He's like 33. No, he's still got another 5 years in his tank, man.
He's still getting a 2 year deal, 16 at best, because he cannot prove to anybody that he's worth more money than that. And ain't nobody gonna say he spend no money unless it's some bum ass team like the fucking
Utah Jazz to pay. Utah Jazz will pay him.
No, they won't. No, they won't.
No, they won't.
Small
market.
No, they won't.
They'll pay.
You wanna know why?
Small market.
Listen, they small market and all, but they still got a young core that they'll sit here and rather take that young core because that young core took them to the
You're not looking at it from the business standpoint, though. They will take him.
Business standpoint, he is not
the biggest name they've had in the last 15 years was Gordon Hayward.
That does not mean shit. But now they got Rudy. So you're telling me Gobert now.
Stop it,
Gobert now, who's doing some job.
Priority. You see who I'm doing the show with? Did his service went out? Thank you. Thank you, whoever. Somebody was listening to the BS he was just talking. Pyre, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry you had to entertain this with him, bruh. He doesn't normally talk this crazy. You know, he doesn't normally talk this crazy. I promise you that. But you know, we gonna close it in from there because you know we had a good 3 hour run. It's about to be 1. We appreciate you coming out, man, and holding it down. Shout out to Dre, man. The GoFundMe will be up for his service. We're gonna try to get him a local and domestic service right now because he needs something. Because you know, I don't know why he keeps going in and out like this, but hopefully something local will get him, you know, up and running. But we'd like to give a big shout for DJ Priority for coming along, doing the interview, staying with us, joining as a co-host for the Smokecast, and we appreciate that. This will be out and distributed in pieces throughout the week, so please subscribe, like, let us know that you're real. If you enjoyed the episode and you'd like to get Priority back on for more, please let us know, and you know, drop a comment, especially on the Young Thug debate. But outside of that, gentlemen, we appreciate everyone for being a part of this, and take care, good night, and we'll see y'all for the next one.
Smokecast, we out.
Bye.